What really cracks me up about this really bad strategy is someone thought about this. Somebody thought really long and hard and said, hey, let's go where we get the most points with the orbs, but we'll go really far from that particular spot and go all the way out on the outskirts and hide somewhere on the map where no one can find us. And then they get pissed off that people don't follow their strategy. If you look in the dictionary under stupid, dumb, fucking strategies, you'll find this. Guys, this is the epitome of Legion Alliance PvP. I don't even have words to describe this, but as you can very slightly see off in the distance by the bridge entering the Horde base, guess what, guys? That's the Alliance rushing into the Horde base with the fucking flag. This has got to be one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever seen. Now, I know a lot of people give me all kinds of argument, like, Luxeley, you're a noob, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't think I've ever run into the opposing team's base with their flag, okay? I've never done that. I don't know if the other, guys in tow are like, dude, don't do that, you're going in the wrong direction, you're going in the wrong direction. But who knows? I mean, it's just the dumbest freaking thing I've ever seen. This is why I'm playing Horde. But they also have cooler mounts and they're better players. I mean, there's a lot of things about it. But still, I mean, God, people, please. Someone come to my side. See some logic in what I'm saying. You don't rush into the Horde base with the Horde flag. It's not a good strategy. Trust me. I mean, I've only been doing BGs for 9 years. I only have 1,800 rated in RPGs on 4 different classes. Would have had higher if it wasn't for whatever. But yeah, let's hang out in the Horde base with the fucking flag. What a bunch of freaking idiots. Holy cow. Just when you think you've seen it all, okay, this is not accidental. This isn't like, oops, I ran into the wrong base. No, this is on purpose. This is somebody drawing this up on a board and saying, I have an idea, guys. I mean, I swear to God, I joke around and sometimes I say, I think blind people are playing this fucking game with a seeing eye dog. But this is even worse than that. This is and we cap. And we cap. It's going to happen. I know it's there. It is. That's the cap. Just unbelievable. I slowed this clip up quite a bit because a lot of things happen in a very short amount of time, so I wanted to make that time seem longer, don't we all? So moving very slow like the $6 Million Man. Any of those who don't know who that guy is, Lee Majors, back in the 70s. But here's a demon hunter who just decides to fell rush off the edge to see if he could fly, and basically we find out that he can't. But there's more to it than just that, than just some random demon hunter just flying off the edge, which, they're demon hunters. They kind of think, hey, I could do this and live, and sooner or later they kind of realize, no, they can't. But watch this. It's gonna pop right here at mid on G Blazer, whatever his name is. He's soon to be joining the Demon Hunter because we get a quick trap over to him. Gonna get him in a freezing trap. This is just like perfectly placed freezing trap. Then the good old explosive trap, and not only is he gonna go flying, but he goes flying and he's kind of in a freezing trap on top of it, and he could join his Demon Hunter friend. This is one of those times where I'm just kind of forced to do the objectives and grab the flag. I don't like carrying the flag unless I'm on my Bunker Druid, but here we go. On my Shaman, grab the flag, go Stark Direwolf form. And I go this route because this is the route the Horde always goes, so I don't want to break tradition here. So in my sights is this friendly neighborhood warrior who is probably going to be on me every inch of the way till I get to the Horde base, or so you would think. So I throw him in a route, which really isn't going to keep him there for long. Like, yeah, there he is, back on target. I'll get my big monster rock monster on him, but we get him in position and boom, thunderstorm. That's the way you deal with warriors, people. That's the way you deal with warriors. Yeah, just outsmart them. It's not too difficult. It really isn't. Now I got a healer. I'm feeling good. Heading up to Lumbermill for what's going to turn out to be a huge scrap that the Alliance is probably going to lose. I don't know if that's being pessimistic or just being realistic. Whatever it is, I just know the Alliance are going to lose because they suck, and they're pretty equally matched. There might have been about 7 of us heading up here versus 8 on the Horde side, but the Horde healers basically are ignored for some reason, so that's a big reason why the Horde prevails as they will do here. But I'm just gonna play my cards here. I don't know if you want to call it experience, if you want to call it luck, or if you want to call it intelligence, but I just got a feeling that the Horde are going to get bored, yes that does rhyme, and they're going to go other places because they want to kill people. They don't want to watch bases. They're not here to be a babysitter. They're here to kill the Alliance, just like the Alliance is here to lose the battleground. So I'm just going to be patient and wait it out. And sure enough, Warlock says, screw this. He jumps off. Pet follows because he has to do it. And those 2 guys are going to go over the farm and make a pumpkin pie. This guy's going to go for a pony ride at stables. And this Warlock says, I'm bored. This sucks. I'm getting out of here. He leaves too. And now the Druid's all by himself. And he doesn't like that. So he jumps off. And look at this. Nobody's around. Nobody's around, and I'll just cap Lumbermill. Will I keep it? Probably not, but sometimes a little bit of patience does pay off big dividends. Does anybody remember that really incredible Brawl Packed House? I mean, it was so good. It was so fantastic, so epic that people just kind of forgot about it. So yeah, I mean, let's be honest, it sucked. So here we are. I'm on the wrong side of a 5v14. We all know how this works out. If you ever played Alliance, this is basically a day at the office for you. So I'm dead. I'm dead, and look at this. Just conversions of Horde just trying to get their last licks into me. And I'm dead, and I'm now like one of those spirit wisp things that Night Elves turn into. But watch what happens. Now, sometimes I swear to God that Blizzard servers are held together with dental floss and bubblegum, but their programming is also done by kindergartners. Sometimes I think they just hit the local kindergarten somewhere in California, give them some crayons and some yarn and say, go program a new Brawl, people. Because somebody has mind control over my character after the Brawl is dead, or over, and I'm dead. And someone's had me in mind control. I'm not using these abilities. Somebody is mind controlling these abilities with the Brawl over and me being dead. And this is acceptable. This is perfectly acceptable for Blizzard to throw out there. Now, part of the problem is, if you go on a PTR, you're going to wait 2-3 hours just to get into any kind of a PvP situation. So there's a lack of people testing it. So that's part of the problem. But Blizzard should give people more rewards to test PvP and treat it like it's actually part of the game for a change. Maybe things will change with whole Inca gone. I certainly hope so. I think we all do. Heading over to Jernai Ruins to either study some space goat archaeology or maybe take it over because there's only one hunter here. I think we got it. Well, it's not even a hunter. That's Abyss Watcher. He's just watching the Abyss. Somebody has to do it, right? So this rogue is watching, but guess what? The cavalry arrives all of a sudden out of nowhere in less than 10 seconds. Like 8 Alliance players show up at Jernai Ruins to study space goat archaeology out of nowhere. Gee, I never had this kind of luck when I'm guarding a base and say, guys, I need help. Boom, 8 people show up. I'm lucky I get 1 person to show up. So I'm starting to think, yeah, this is all the makings of yet another pre-made. The battle for Gilneas. I'm doing pretty well. The team's doing pretty well. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm actually adhering to objectives, people. Actually adhering to objectives. Hanging out waterworks, keeping things in check, guarding the base like Hunter's supposed to do, but I don't have a pet because I go lone wolf, people. So I see that mage off in the distance, and one of the things you guys do not want to do is get caught in that mode of water approaching waterworks, because that is the death of you. You will lose all mobility and range will just be like shooting fish in a barrel, which is exactly going to be the case with this particular mage. So I kind of feel sorry for the mage. Well, not really. So people often say, why don't you ever feel sorry for these people? Believe me, I've been on the other end of it, so I don't feel bad. Although that would mean that I should feel bad because of sympathy. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, as usual, a rogue shows up. So luckily, I'm spec'd for Explosive Trap. Usually in this kind of BG, I have Scatter Shot, so we just get him out of the way. Problem solved. Gotta love Explosive Trap. It does work, especially when you can knock him off and knock him into the water. And now I'm gonna go protect the node, and basically we are still floating and coasting towards victory.